Hey Libra, this is Angie with Feisty Butterfly Tarot, and we are doing a reading for the end of February for the collective of Libra. And this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest. Check your moon signs and cross-watch if you like. So leave me a comment, let me know how it resonates. We are using Colette Baron Reid's Oracle of the Enchanted Map and the Wisdom Oracle. So we're going to crack one over on that and crack one over on this. See what we've got going on for you. Kind of bookend the current week going on. Okay. All right. So we have Ride the Wave and Soulmates. Interesting. 14 and 41. A little bit of mirror going on there, just numerically right off the top. So Ride the Wave and Soulmates. Either way, if you're looking at both of these, you're looking at something that's going on that's blessed. There's a pairing going on. There's a great deal of love and unity and synchronization going on in each of these cards. This is flowing, more water element, more go with the flow. Enjoy things as they come. Let go of the reins a bit, yeah? And then here we have the Soulmates card, and this is one kind of taking shelter with the other of the penguins. And if you look closely, you'll see even this little face like the divine looking on to help these guys. So let's take a look at what's going on in your week so far. We're just using a standard tarot here. Okay. What's going on this week? Ooh, that one wants to come out. Looks like Six of Swords. Ten of Swords in reverse. Whoa. Let's do that one and that one. Okay. Six of Swords and Ten of Swords in reverse. And then we have the reverse 3 and the 8 of Swords. Oh, a tricky week, guys. Okay. Libra. A lot of swords energy. No wonder you're getting reminders to ride the wave and your soulmates. You're going to need to look out for each other. Six of Swords is to do with a journey, taking a journey and a travel, moving forward from the rough waters to the smooth. Ten of Swords in reverse is less of the bitter end, but still the bitter end. The great thing about the Ten of Swords is in this card you can even see it kind of good. You see this gold here. This is the new dawn coming, the new day. It's not going to get any worse than this. So whatever it is, it's almost done. That's the baddie wadsters. Then you have the Three of Coins and the Eight of Wands. Three of Coins is kind of like the benefactor, the investor. This guy has the talent. He's bringing his skills to help with the cathedral, help the building. And then you see maybe the patron and the monk or the friar there with the blueprints. So you have the support and somebody with a print saying this is what we're requesting and somebody with the skills to do it. You also have the Eight of Swords. Now, on this one, if it's in reverse, then it's going to tell you that teamwork is an issue. I'm going to turn these up right. I'll give you the reverse as we go. But the Three of Swords is saying teamwork. And if it's in reverse, it's saying there's a lack of that going on. And you need to focus on that. Bring that out more. So you can see a little bit more of that happening, okay? Then the Eight of Swords. This is about standing in a trap of your own making. This is a trap of your own mind. This is where you're not really seeing the forest for the trees. You're not taking the blindfolds off and actually looking and acknowledging what's around you. She's really not that very stuck. It's not like high tide and she's going to drown. She's bound, but it's loose, and the blindfold is there. She's close enough to the swords that if she were careful, she could even edge up to one and slice the ropes free and let herself loose. So it's one of a mental entrapment, mental cage of your own making. It's just you're on your own head trip and you're stuck there because you think you're stuck. Okay? So we're going to continue on. I want to make sure that you can see. Oh yeah, you can see these cards just fine. Good. Good, good, good. All right, we're going to carry on and we're going to see what's coming up in the next week or so. So we're going to see what's lying underneath here, what's coming at you. So we're going to switch it up, and I think we're going to go to the Radiant Rider-Waite, and we're going to get a few of those going. So, whoa, hello. I think that was just clumsiness, so we're going to try again here. Usually if they're popping and jumping, I'll take them, but that was me sitting down and having a minute, having a second. All right, so Libra. Whoa, we'll take that. We'll take that. We'll take this, and we'll take this. All right. This is what we've got going underneath. These undercurrents are all coming in the upright. Here we have you standing your ground, holding firm, taking your last stand. Sometimes this and this are very similar. You see this trapped in, fenced in kind of thing. This one is almost behind the bars in one way. Like, this also can trap you in if you're not careful. This is taking your last stand, but don't be so overly stubborn that you can't see what you need to do. Don't lose the fight or lose the battle out of sheer stubbornness. Be sure what you're fighting for and the inspiration that's coming that you're standing strong in is worth it. Number 4, again, this reluctant type of energy. This is holding on too tight. This is a need to save money, be thrifty, be wise, but also valuing something so closely that you can't really do anything. If this guy stands up, he loses a coin. If he moves his arms at all, he loses a coin. If he stands tall, he might hold these too, but who knows? He could slip. He's above the city. He's holding on. He's got his money held tight, but he can't really go anywhere and keep it all held that way. So he's got to figure out what to let go of, how to balance things out, and how to take care of things. This is a card that says, open up a little, open up. Whatever this hardship is that you've left, this teamwork card really needs paying attention to, because the rest of this is like really in your head, freaked out, kind of controlling energy. Watch out on that. You have this Page of Cups, this offering of love. Were you holding a grudge or holding on to something so tight that you couldn't see what was being offered? This is a simple gift. This is also telling you to tune into your Emperor energy. Now, the Emperor did not come up in reverse. Thank the stars. The Emperor upright is about a righteous ruler. He's the father of all of the kings. He's the father of the tarot. So it's about yielding to the father masculine energy, but not because he's so rigid and forcing you to. This is about knowing what you need to establish, boundaries, things, rules, ways to make things work for the greater good, and he's there to protect. So this is tuning into that masculine energy, or perhaps someone that is actually male will enter into your world, or it could be a female that has the masculine energy, but they're there to help you get out of this fix that you're in. So if you see these in comparison to these, in relation to these, you're wanting to leave those rougher waters, but resistant. It's almost over. This is like burnt toast done, but still holding on to some kind of hurt, holding on to hurt. And then you have this love, this teamwork being offered. Now, if this is this current and this is coming at you, I would think this is midweek or towards the end. This offering is going to recur again. This is the lesson that's getting repeated. And then this hemmed in, penned in feeling. And here's the Emperor trying to help, but not being overly rigid and harsh. Let's see what else is coming up. Let's see what else we want to look at. Let's take a look down here. And we're going to take a look again at these smaller general tarot. See what we're doing. See what we got going on as undercurrents that you might not be aware of. The only major arcana that we're seeing here is this one, this Emperor, this need for structure, need for rules that are coming at you. There is love being offered, but there's definitely a need for some sort of structure to be put into place. Ooh, good luck. Okay, so we'll flip these. These three all came in reverse. So we'll tell you about those. We have the Sun card. The Sun card, it's the boy on the horse, and there's the sun shining. Sunflowers are blooming. Everything's going great. It's the happiest card in the deck, and there's abundance to be had. Then you have the Two of Wands. This is a crossroads, a choice. This is inspiration and trying to figure out and devise a plan. When it's upside down, it's the inability to make that choice or to even recognize that you have to differentiate between the world that's in your hands and the world that's out there. Okay? The Page of Coins, very excited page, really smart student, very prepared, knows the value of what's coming up, excited to learn, but also a little bit shy. This is one of the reluctants. It would be the one that's the most timid of the pages, the most slow to act, very prepared and ready to go, very studious and grounded. And then you have here this Five of Swords energy. This Five of Swords energy, well, I forgot to tell you this in reverse. This in reverse is, again, too grounded, too stuck, too stubborn, Again, kind of one that could be holding too tight or not handling well enough what's going on here. So that energetic desire to move forward would be stunted. Then this one, damn its butt, it came up upright. Now this one is a battle that nobody wins. A battle where you could walk away, or maybe you're the victor, but you've created a rift that's pretty damaged. You've done some damage. Nobody wins this argument. Everybody loses. Being right isn't always important. Right doesn't win the fight. Not always. So be aware of these things. Let's take a look a little bit deeper and clarify some of this, especially with these undercurrents. This is sunshininess moving to better waters, but standing firm. This is a reluctance to see because it was in reverse. The need, pay attention, there's a need to expand, a need to see the new day. This one, teamwork. You have a page and a page. These are offers and offerings. This is an emotional and this is a grounded solid. There's a need to balance that element of the water and the earth. There's definitely big need on that. And then this worried about rigidness and really digging in your heels about some kind of argument. And this could be very costly. So we want to look at this and see what we can do through here to help things be smoother. If this is what we're up against and this is what we're coming into, these undercurrents that were flipped, and we're going to flip them again, could be modified. Let's see what we can do to help shift that energy a bit. We're going to go back to the radiant wise, see what we've got to say. Maybe something here and something here, okay? For Libra, how do we balance this out? Libra's like their balanced scales. So far, the only major things we're seeing is the Emperor and the Sun, and actually both of those are quite good. Okay. Does this make sense yet? Okay. Obvious partnership, bringing equal things to the table, needs to happen from both of you. Whoever this is that's your partner, your friend, your business opportunity that sometimes relates to, you both need to bring what you can to the table in an even manner, with even amount of respect and honor to each other, so nobody feels jilted and nobody feels like they're getting the shaft there, okay? All right, what do we have over here to remember regarding these lessons? Woo! Okay, King of Swords in reverse. King of Swords in reverse is not fun. This is rigidness. This is truth. This is harshness. But look at his face. This dude is not a happy ruler. He's ruling, but he's very much alone. He's got the visionary perspective, but he's thinking so logically, so reasonably, so much on his way being the only way. And even if he has the truth and he's absolutely right, when he's in the reverse, nobody's around to deal with him and wants to deal with him at that point. He might totally level a whole kingdom with his sword because he's got the ability to do so. What he needs is a little bit more of the balance with this loving energy, this cup energy. So if this is in reverse, we'll leave it in reverse. This needs to be something we can adjust. To rule effectively, you need more reason and you definitely need to have vision, but understand the harshness that can be there that doesn't need to be. Understand how to leave that fight if you need to. Let's look for one more. One more to do with the undercurrents, because if this one's between these two, standing your ground and holding a grudge and holding on too tight, this says partnership. If this one's offering love and ruling very well, don't be fooled by any kind of simple gift of love, but don't diminish it either, all right? Don't be so harsh in your judgment that you don't see this is actually an offering. This is a simple and peaceful offering. So make of it what you will. Queen of Swords. Whoo! My oh my, in the undercurrent. All right. Queen of Swords. More nurturing than the King. Queen of Swords. Let's take a look. The Queen is more welcoming than the King, more nurturing than the King. Still has a very lot to wield as far as the big sword, but she understands transformation. She's got the butterflies in her crown, and you see the Cupid here. You see the butterfly again here. She understands transformative power of truth. She sometimes gets a bad rap as a harsh bitch or cold. She's really not cold. She's trying to be practical. She's forgetting to apply warmth. There's a shortness of warmth and sunshine and light and tenderness that needs to be adjusted. There needs to be adjustment. So you're not so in your mind and so logical and so in your mind and in the air that you can't relate and bring it down to where people can actually flow together. All right, we're going to look again in the Wisdom Oracle and see if there's any other things we can help you with, because this looks like something's got to give, guys. Something's got to give. You might need to compromise a little bit. You might need to try and see each other's perspective. Work together. Really try and work together. It's like these guys are friends. They're buddies. They're soulmates. They're leaning into each other. It's important. And this is the ride the wave. This is 14 and 41, right? Let's look at these numbers here. 41, 14. They're the mirror of each other. 4, also key. 4, the Emperor. This is about structure, balancing the structure, and setting down a structure, rules, and an establishment that's going to work for all concerned. This teamwork thing is super important. All right. Sorry. Back to the Wisdom Oracle. A leg up. Again, teamwork and helping each other. This is needed. You're going to have the frozen tundra time, or you're going to look out for each other. It's time to choose to look out for each other, guys. It's important. Real important. Cooperation seems to be coming to mind in a big way. If somebody's offering help, don't say no. Let them help, even if they aren't perfect or doing it the way you want. They're trying to help. What does it say? Unfinished symphony. This is creativity that needs to happen. This is something that's a heart's desire, a yearning of the heart, something that you want to take forth and carry forward. And you feel like you've been grieving some of this in some ways. If you look closely at her face, I don't know if you can see. Let's see how close we can get it for you. Right there. Can you see? See her little face? She's not the most thrilled person. She's got all this music in her soul. And there's this divine that she's sitting on, but it's precarious. She needs to finish and let things come escaping out of her. Kind of let things flow again. This is about being in the way of your own flow. You have water, frozen tundra water. And then you have this egg that's trying to glide through the air. As crazy as that would be, that's what it's trying to do. So this is a time for teamwork to definitely come into play. Let's see what the map says as well. And then we'll close this out. Anything else to tell the Libras for the next week to 10 days, the final week of February? Okay. Sad embrace. Yeah, well, we know. The sad embrace one is definitely someone that's grieving something, a little bit sorry about something. Limited light. Now you notice there's the moonlight there, but there's no sun there. There is sorrow and sadness. Maybe somebody's had a big bad fight. Maybe the terrain has changed a bit and reconciliation might need to happen. Could be. All right. It's awfully cold up in that airy goodness when there's no room for anybody else. See what else is going on. Encouragement. Interesting. All right. So we have the sun coming again. These warm, yellowy colors. This sun. We have these guys here. Again. 2s. People are encouraging, kind of leaning into each other, cuddling. This one's showing the mom and the new giraffe. This might do with your children. It could do with your spouse and family. I don't get this as strongly to do with work. This seems more like familial. But this is the encouraging nudge that you need to give, the kind words that need to be spoken, the communication that clearly needs improvement. And you can do well and less harshly with more nurturing and actually succeed in what you're trying to establish. This can be a much better thing going on. Look to that. Shift what you can. It could be a very, very good time. So that's what I have for you, Libra. I hope it's helpful. I hope you can take this, incorporate it. Remember the cooperation skills that have been mentioned. Remember not to be overly harsh with others, because when you are harsh with others, it's generally because you're being that hard, at least, maybe double, triple, quadruple that on yourself. So be good to yourself, be good to those around you. I hope you have a great week. Take care, guys. Like, subscribe, tell a friend. Come see me again. Let me know how it resonates.